Cameroon. And of course, we're joined this morning by Amadou Tante, who's a human rights defender, and he is leading a non-governmental organization that is operating in the littoral and the northwest region of the country. We are talking about Conscience African. Amadou Tante, good morning and welcome.
Once more, good morning, Mr. Lasha. Thank you for inviting me here this morning again. I'm delighted to be your guest again this morning.
You're just coming back from the northwest, or this time around you've not traveled again? You're always busy going to the northwest.
Well, let me say this time around I've not traveled again, but the situation on the ground is not the best, because even when I travel, I don't travel. We have contact persons on the ground who give us reliable information on issues that are happening virtually on a daily basis. So it's regrettable that of recent the armed separatists has targeted on armed civilians again after some time, killing them randomly and all the like. So it's very regrettable that up till now we are still talking of armed separatists killing civilians virtually on daily basis and disrespecting the international norms. Because the other day I even learned about another ex-fighters who is now I was at the DDL center in Bamenda and was killed by separatists, which is on something very funny. At least normally when somebody has resigned or somebody has deposited a weapon and is no longer fighting, the person is not supposed to be targeted for any reasons. And this incident at Buya yesterday, which unfortunately led to the death of one person, is equally condemnable. So those are the kind of things that we are. It's very regrettable that I see happening, even though we condemn separatists for continuously perpetrating such inhuman acts. But that notwithstanding, I know that there are so many reasons why the conflict is still worsening along the line. Because among some other reasons, I think the silence of the government of Cameroon and that of the international community seems to be the more reason why the conflict is. Because you remember that the recent publication of International Crisis Group talking about the negligence of the crisis among some crisis in some conflict in the whole world, and Cameroon, the one in the northern and southern region of Cameroon, was among the neglected crises, because these crises are not militarized. They don't talk anything about this crisis, and when they don't talk anything about the crisis, the separatists are forced to do whatsoever they will do to call the attention of the international community and the like. Because that's some of the reason. Because some of the separatist leaders believe that the only thing they can do to force the government of Cameroon to dialogue table is through pressure, and that pressure for them is by use of violence, which is unacceptable.
Yeah, and recently, Amadou Tante, in Yaoundé, we saw the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Tanganji, leading a peace prayer where the apostolic, I think it was the man of God coming from Malta was there. You know, last Sunday in Yaoundé, an honorable member of parliament, like we are reading in the Eagles, not the Eagles, yes, the Eagles Eyes newspaper, Honorable Njume Peter also organized another peace crusade in Yaoundé, in a church where Cameroonians were being lectured on peace, and the apostolic nuncio was also present during that peace meeting. All these moves happening, but apparently nothing is changing in the two English-speaking regions of Cameroon.
I think, Mr. Lasha, I think they have to go far beyond the level of prayer, because if we keep praying, we'll pray forever, and that kind of conflict will continue. Because it's abnormal. Even this same man you're talking from Mother, I believe even the head of that so-called Mother, I don't know if it's a court or whatsoever, they call ground order or whatsoever. The same person came to Cameroon here when the conflict started, went to some part of the northwest zone and made some funny things, and they thought that the crisis was going to end, and unfortunately it didn't end. Even some 2 years later, I think the man died. The man who was leading that so-called Mother or whatsoever, and the prayers they are doing, they should forget about all those things in the name of prayer. It's true that we need prayer, but we need to take actions. The prayer can just come as a compliment. They know the real thing that is supposed to be done. They stop pretending, saying that they are praying for peace to return. In which way? How can you pray and prayer remove the weapons that is on the ground?
The prayers will touch the hearts of those that are carrying the guns.
First of all, touch the heart of Mr. Atanganji, which is one of the main architects of what is going on in Northern Cameroon, because it's unacceptable. Somebody like Mr. Atanganji, whom we all know the role that he played before that led to also what we are going through in the Northern and Southern region of Cameroon, cannot go and stand instead of going to see.
So what telling me that there's no repentance. If Minister Paul Tanganji has repented now,
if he has repented now, they should look for concrete ways of calling the dialogue, the conflicted parties to the dialogue table. That's the only way out. No matter how long they will pray, they can keep praying. They will pray forever, and that conflict will remain there. And people will keep dying virtually on daily basis. They should stop pretending and go straight to the point. They know what is supposed to be done. They should go ahead and do it, so that this wastage of life virtually on daily basis on no ground can come to an end.
Okay, no ground come to an end. Simon Guti are joining us also. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Lasha. Good morning, my fellow panelists. Good morning, Ines. It's good to be here again on a Tuesday morning.
Okay, Amadou Tante, I will come back to you on conflict there, but let me take Simon Guti for us to talk sport. And this time around, we are reading in some newspapers that Samuel Eto'o has washed his hands off the issue or laid to rest the talks, so much talks by Cameroonians that he was eyeing the presidency.
So many
his predicaments were coming from that point that he was eyeing the presidency.
Of course, we know his acts has